At the time I was doing 1.5 milligrams. Guys, if you are blasting so much Reta that you can't. Ayo, good morning YouTube. Welcome back to another video. It is early Sunday morning, the holy day. Today, I'm gonna be going over 3 things I wish I knew before and during the start of my Retatrutide cycles. You guys know that I've been on Retatrutide for the past 4 months for this cut. We have titrated the dose up to about 3.5 milligrams right now. We are gonna get our little boy River. You wanna go for a walk? A walk outside? Yeah. Just got home from the walk, but I told you, we are pushing this cut as hard as we can for the next 3 weeks because my girlfriend competes in 3 weeks. So we are holding nothing back. So right in the morning, we obviously do our 2 IUs of growth hormone. We do the new Glow stack, which is TB500, BPC157, and GHKU, but I build it myself. The most important thing I started doing every single day, Retatrutide. We are doing 500 micrograms or just under every single morning right now, which is just under the 10. Sub-Q, right into the stomach, it looks like nothing. And before we get into the 3 things after cardio, I think a lot of you need number 0, which is the dosage of Retatrutide. This is a 10 milligram vial. 10 milligrams with 2 milliliters of water mixed into it makes every 10 500 micrograms. Now, some of these are 2 milligrams. Some of these are 5 milligrams. Some of these are 20 milligrams. I've had about 5 people this week on my Instagram DMs completely dose it wrong because they didn't have a clue what they were doing. Even though we did just go for a 30-minute walk with River, we're doing 50 micrograms of Clen. We're doing 20 milligrams of GW with a scoop of amino cuts, and we are headed to the Stairmaster. So it's time to really shred up for these last few weeks of summer. No holding back. So I will see you guys when we get back, and we'll dive in to point numero uno. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light. Alright guys, so nothing different, you know, the depressing morning meal. 5 whole eggs, 2 slices of chicken bacon. We're already digging into that Gorilla Mind caffeine because you know we are addicts and we're not training till a little bit later today. So I feel good having an energy drink and then maybe having another energy drink and then having pre-workout before the workout. But before we break down the first point that I wish I knew of Retatrutide, I want to say that I'm not a doctor. I'm not a healthcare practitioner, unless you want me to be. For the low price of $5,000 a month, I will do it. And the last comment that I want to see from you guys is, well, Mark, I actually read on a Reddit forum that in studies of 16 to 25 men done in Ohio at this university, that actually doesn't happen, therefore you're wrong. Motherfucker, I took the product and I'm taking the product. The thing with steroids, the things with Retatrutide, it affects every single person differently. Nobody's right or wrong. It's like saying that sex gives you AIDS. Can it? Yeah, it fucking can. Is it very likely? Probably not. But that's like you coming and commenting, well, Mark, Reddit told me that sex gives you AIDS. Well, maybe if you're fucking another man, Jamal, that's about it. I want to go over the dosage of Reta because I brought up that I did it every single day. And I used to not do every single day Reta injections. I would only do once a week like most people prescribe. Now, doing it once a week was bad for me because I would have to inject more of it in that single dose, and that higher injection of that specific day made my side effects for the next 2 days 10 times worse than if I did smaller injections every single day. Those side effects being extreme poops. And like, I'm not even to like TMI. It wasn't like diarrhea. It wasn't bad. It was actually just frequently going to the bathroom nonstop. But when I was doing a 1 milligram or a 1.5 milligram Reddit injection once a week, at the time I was doing 1.5 milligrams, my shits the next day would be like 7, 8, 9 shits. When I started breaking it up into like 2 units every day, and then sometimes skipping a day if the side effects were too hard, it was 10 times easier to manage. Not only was it easier to manage the side effects, overall hunger suppressant that I got from doing everyday injections, whether it was placebo or not, was a lot higher than me doing one on Sunday night. And then by the next Saturday, I felt like I was starving again. And this would not be a Mark Plummer YouTube video if I gave you all 3 points right away. So I'm gonna eat this breakfast, get some work done, and I'll see you for the pre-workout meal, which is where I'll give you point number 2. Guys, something I ordered a couple weeks ago just came in. Bam. These Ray-Ban Meta glasses. You guys have been seeing these. I've been seeing these all over social media, like blow up. These ones are the ones that are transparent and clear on the inside, but the minute it hits sun, it gets sunglasses, so it's the best of both worlds. The content's gonna be so sick in these, because you guys will get to see every single POV that I do every single day. Orbs. Nice. I literally look like Clark Kent in these things. Like, you can't even tell. It's like, normal guy, another normal guy with glasses. Fucking hyped up, guys. So it's almost time to cook our pre-workout meal, and let's hit point number 2 of the Retatrutide. All right, guys, pre-workout time. We just have 150 grams. Fuck. River. Sit. Here you go. All right, correction. We have 150 grams of white rice, and we probably have about 178 grams of chicken. That's our pre-workout meal. Fast digesting carbs with not a lot of fat. And I'm gonna dump some pink Himalayan sea salt because sea salt helps your muscles contract. Obviously, don't want to have super high fat meals before you train because that slows down the digestion of what you're eating, and then your performance is just absolutely shitty. If you do really want to take your training to the next level, you could also just hire me as a coach. I'd be happy to take you for way less than $5,000 a month, only about $190. The second point of Retatrutide is going to be the tolerance level. Now guys, so many people I find go from 500 micrograms to like 4 milligrams so fast. And again, every single person is different. If you guys have been watching this channel and have watched kind of the series of how the Retatrutide has been going, I was at 1.5 to 2 milligrams a week for the longest time. And then I wanted to crazily suppress my appetite. I bumped it to 3.5 milligrams a week, like no titrating up, and just went, and I didn't eat a thing for days. I would eat like 3 eggs, I'd be stuffed for the entire day. I would not eat one thing for the entire day. I would have like a big freezy to get some sugars in, and then half a piece of chicken, and I'd be like, okay, I'm too full, and that's it. I really feel when I started, I went from 500 micrograms to about 1.5 milligrams per week very quickly. If I could go back, I would titrate this up way slower because I've been taking this cut more serious, and I said that I wanted to go to 3. And now I'm at 3.5, and next week we're gonna be going up to 4. And now because I've been on this for so long, I do feel that my body has built up some type of tolerance to it. Back in the day, at 3 milligrams, I couldn't eat. Right now, at 3.5 milligrams a week, I can get all the calories in, and honestly, if I were to have a cheat meal, I can eat a fair good amount of it. Definitely way less than before, so it's still effective. I think the perfect protocol of this stuff is using as little as possible for as long as possible. You don't need to titrate this up to 3, 4, 5 milligrams a week as fast as you possibly can to get the results. I think the best results, at least for my case, if I were gonna do this again, is do like a month at 500 micrograms a week, a month at 1, a month at 1.5, a month at 2, instead of trying to go up as fast as I did. So with that said, we're gonna eat this. And if you missed in the last video, guys, I am giving away a completely free training and PDF plan on themarkplumber.com. We also have the no pump, no filter, just roids hoodies dropping on September 11th. This is gonna be huge. They've sold out the last 4 drops. As you've seen in the other video, the quality increase on these are unbelievable. So I'm gonna do the exact Sunday workout from the free plan that I'm giving you and give you some tips and tricks that I use during it. Sunday's kind of a fluff day. It's the second shoulder day added with calves. So let's get after it. So we are already on more Cialis than it takes to erect a full stallion right now. But obviously we're gonna mix that with more caffeine than it would take to kill a baby giraffe. You got to get the best of both worlds. So we have 3 scoops of Gorilla Mode in here. Not 1, not 4.
What number comes between 2 and 4? Beetlejuice.
25. Wait a minute.
Very close, but that's not it. Let's go to Gary the retard. What number between 2 and 4?
7.
The goal today is not to die of a heart attack, but obviously we wouldn't because of the Cialis, because they balance each other out. So as long as we don't get erect in the middle of the workout, this pump's gonna be fucking nasty. Let's get it. We're supposed to start on dumbbell overhead press, but I had a crazy chest day yesterday and my right shoulder is not feeling good. So we're gonna do this machine. I like doing this machine because I can kind of do change it into a behind the head press, and a behind the head press doesn't hurt my shoulder for some reason. It seems to only be like when I go in this front motion. We're gonna do these one arm at a time so I can kind of twist and really get that behind the head motion. And we're gonna keep the sets and reps about the same, anywhere from 4 to 5 sets, 8 to 12 reps. But like I said in the last video, never base your sets and exercises off those reps. Go to what feels good and go to failure. That's the biggest part. Since my shoulder's a little wonky, I'm gonna do 2 sets at a lighter weight, and then we're gonna dive right into it if it feels good, and do 3 sets to failure. So let's go. And I'm not gonna count these as an exercise, but we're just gonna get the blood in the shoulders and really kind of loosen them up. Shoulders are delicate, man, especially when you get to my age at 28. Can't just jump in a 100-pound dumbbell press like I used to. Those were the days. Exercise number 2 is that crazy side superset. We don't have access to a cable right now, so we're gonna do machine and dumbbell back to back, super high reps. We obviously go a lot heavier on the side laterals on shoulder workout number 1, so this is really just a pump day, and nothing looks better than some wide ass shoulders. This will be the key to you taking your pump cover off, because you should never be training without a pump cover, at least until exercise number 2. That is number 3 of the Gym Bro Association rules, is that you cannot take your pump cover off too early. So we're kind of just gonna do 4 or 5 sets to failure. I'm gonna rip this off after set number 2 or 3, and then we'll see how juicy we can get here. And again, guys, you don't need to go all the way fucking up. That's fucking retarded. That's all your side deltas. Other than that, it's just traps. As I sit a little bit back, so when we do the fly, it's hitting kind of like our front side delt. So on the dumbbells, I like to sit a little bit forward and do the fly, so it's a little bit of a rear side delt. You really want to target all the edges here. I'm gonna do one more set and then we're gonna rip this fucking pump cover off. Not too shabby. Let's keep this pump going. Okay, sounds good. Okay, bye. Little business call, because you guys know the whole Airbnb fiasco with one of my income properties that used to be an Airbnb. Long story, I can't really talk about it. The lawsuit's still ongoing, but I long-term rented it. It's been long-term rented out for like 2 years, but the people that are living there just gave me notice. Unfortunately, they only gave me 3 days notice to leaving, which isn't ideal, but you got to make the best of bad situations. And then they also just dropped on me that the dishwasher's leaking, the buttons on the stove are not working, and there's some problem downstairs. I'm like, how long has this been going on? They're like, a couple months. I'm like, I would have much rather known about all of these things. But that's the thing, guys. When you run your own business, like I own 3 companies, if you include the income property in the companies. Trump 2 days ago put a 35% duty on all shipments to the US. So now every time that I ship you guys Acne Attack skincare, I get an additional 35% on what the value's declared at. So like if you buy the soap and that I ship it as $25, I have to pay 35% on that $25 up front at the post office for shipping. Like I don't think you understand, like we are not working off crazy profit margins, and I already take a loss on every shipping because you ship per weight, so that when you ship 2 pounds of soap to someone, it's like $25 to ship, but I only charge $9 for shipping because I feel that's reasonable. But we worked all of that into the profit margins, and now I'm gonna have to take an additional 35% hit on that. So as of right now, code MARK, instead of saving 30%, only saves 15%. But I do thank you guys so much for supporting the brand. And I truly believe, I already know that I have a premium product. I already know that the price is a little bit higher, but almost anyone that has tried the soap has never gone back. We have 67% of repeat customers. We've never run an ad, and we've been in business for over 3 years now. We're gonna finish this workout. We did most of our stuff down here, but I wanna do something that I saw from the CrossFit Games before we start cardio. And we're just gonna hit these guys. It's like one of the nicest days that we could ask for in Canada here. I swear to God. It's always raining or always cold here. So you gotta take advantage of the sun. We're only using a 30-pound dumbbell. It's like I said, the front kind of hurts my shoulder, but with the way that I can kind of angle this and not just be sitting, it feels good. I'm out of breath. Because we're doing one arm at a time, we're gonna take almost no rest and really get this. We're gonna do 3 sets of this. I'm not even sure if you're allowed to take your shirt off out here, but you can't get better or more accurate body composition by natural lighting. One more set, and then we're going inside to do cardio. 45 minutes, incline walk. Home from the gym, and you guys know I used to skateboard. I loved to skateboard, and I just picked up a brand new skateboard because I want to see if I still got it. I have to finish putting this together. I'm probably gonna have like 1 scoop or 2 scoops of, I don't know, either BioX chocolate peanut butter or, oh, I'm literally out of Gorilla Mind chocolate. Holy fuck, well, I'm gonna have to order some more. Damn, okay, so 1 scoop of BioX, 2 wraps, put the skateboard together, and if you don't see a tray flip, okay, maybe a kick flip by the end of this video, I fully give you right not to subscribe. But if I throw a video of me hitting a kick flip right now, you have to subscribe. I told you I'd hit that shit. I'm gonna get some footage at like the park and I'm gonna put some sick edit together one day. I think I'll still get it. But basically, we have the 2 keto wraps. We have about 70 grams of chicken, about 70 grams of ground beef because that's all was left and I didn't feel like cooking more food, or she didn't feel like cooking more food because I'm not loved here. And then we just got some regular cheese and some ketchup. But before I eat all this, we're gonna go over the final point of Retatrutide. And I've said this in a few other videos, but guys, be careful that the weight you are losing is not muscle mass. I have been seeing so many studies and so many people blasting Reta. They're like, yeah, I'm down 30 pounds. I'm like, oh cool, what have you been eating? I'm eating like 1,000 calories a day. And their macro breakdown is like 20% carbs, 20% fat, 60% protein. And I'm like, but on 1,000 calories, isn't that like 100 grams of protein a day? Well, yeah. Guys, if you are blasting so much Reta that you can't even get your meals in, that's not optimal. Sure, you're losing weight, but you're losing muscle mass, and I'm sure you're losing bone density. You need to kind of structure this so that your gym performance doesn't suffer, because I told you, when I initially went from 500 micrograms a week to that 3 milligram way too quickly and I was not eating, my gym performance and recovery was absolutely shit. You have to remember that you grow when you recover, and you recover when you sleep and eat. So if you are missing out on the eating portion of your recovery because you're blasting so much Reta, yes, you are gonna lose weight, but you will never get the best result that you could that way. Trust me, guys, you wanna lower the dose of Reta so you're just not deathly starving, but so that you are a little bit hungry. We are primal mammals. We are supposed to hunt for food. We are supposed to be a little bit hungry. That is the way we're designed. That is the way that we've succeeded the most. So if you remove that, it is never going to be optimal. So it just goes back on the other point, I guess, but you don't want to take so much Reta that you're not hungry. I guarantee you, your progress will suffer that way, especially on the muscle gaining side. So that said, guys, if I missed any points that you guys want to comment on, make sure to comment them down below. Let's have this open discussion. I do read every single one of your guys' comments. And like I said, this is different for everybody. So there is no really right and wrong answer. It's good to get as much information as possible before you try it, because there is not just one Lego block that fits it all. Get as much information as you can before trying something. And then at least if you do get one or none or all of the side effects that were talked about, you know how to combat them and why it's happening and that it's normal. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for all of my sponsors, for everyone that does use my code, especially with everything that is going on right now. The USA tariffs, with the lawsuit, with just everything that's going down. I cannot thank you guys enough. If you are gonna buy from the website anyways, anytime you use code MARK and or purchase the soap is greatly appreciated and helps me pay these filmers and make these videos even better and drop more merch and just keep this business running. So thank you guys so much. And if you still are interested in my coaching, we will be taking on 5 new athletes. I only take 10 athletes at a time. Because these people that are taking 20, 30 athletes, bro, I guarantee you're getting some chat GPT random ass help. Offsetting you to other clients that coach for them. They're taking a hit and you think you're talking to them. You will only talk to me. I am the only person involved in my coaching. That is why we only take 10 people at a time. So if you are interested, send me an email. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.